So in case you missed that, what happened is that he was crouched by the front door yelling, shouting, "Show me your hands, Sheriff's Department." And the client had alleged that he came to the door because he heard someone outside. He started to open the door and he saw a dog and a guy running at him. And so he closed the door. Shortly thereafter, you hear some sounds, thump, thump. That was the deputy kicking the door, trying to bust the door open. And then quickly thereafter, you hear pow, pow, pow. You hear which were directly through the closed front door. And then you hear the sounds of the deputy going in to render first aid to my client, who twice through the hip, 2 or 3 times through the hip area.
I got one right abdomen. Looks like I may have got him in the pelvis. Let me get first aid kit. I got him twice. I gotta get first aid kit. I got him. He's on the ground. I shot him twice. I need to get first aid kit.
Now, what you're about to hear is the police officer tell the story to another police officer about what happened for the first time. And he'll tell it several times. You'll see.
Nah, he saw me on the back here. I couldn't see anything. Tiny was walking up high. I thought you said I didn't see. Somebody was saying here. Yeah.
He said that another police officer, this guy Tony, who's wearing plain clothes here, was walking up behind him or running up behind him, and Tony had told him. And Tony says, I didn't tell you to. Now he's about to tell what happened for the second time. Same story as he told the first time.
Somebody, and it was either me or him. I don't know if it was him or me. When I walked up, I seen you crash my something, and I come bailing. Next thing I know, as soon as I come around the front, you start to move. You're saying, "Show me your hands," and next thing I know, back. As soon as I gave the order for him to open the door, let me see his hands.
The officer still has his dash cam recorder on his person, so it's still recording all the audio. You're about to hear the West Virginia State Trooper, who was assigned to investigate this police, come up and talk to this officer for the first time. He tells the exact same story for the third time.
And it was muffled, and it was either, I know I heard, and it was either him or me, but I heard it twice, and that's when but I don't know who said it. Because it was muffled. Just get it all together. I'm going to be starting to work the thing until Scott gets up here. We might get a guy from Martinsburg since I know everybody. But like I was telling Ben, some of the stuff I've read before, I don't know if it's a good thing for somebody once they've been involved in a shooting to make a statement right away. There's pros and cons. Are you recording anything? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I haven't turned it off. Okay. There's pros and cons to it, as far as, sometimes they're saying you're hyped up right now and you may say something that didn't happen or you may word it wrong, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to go ahead. It's pretty clear right now in my head. Right. I mean, maybe you wouldn't jot down some notes or something, so you don't forget anything.
So the officer supposedly investigating is basically telling him to shut up, and he doesn't want to shut up.
I don't know. When I pulled in, as soon as I got up there, I saw somebody at the door. That's when I took a look. Well, at least I did find a round in the wall. Recently punched hole in the wall. So. Do I need to keep recording, or do you want me to turn it off? Okay, turn it off.
Following the my client was airlifted by helicopter to a local hospital. He fortunately did survive the shooting. Afterwards, he hired me. We filed a federal civil rights lawsuit based on excessive force. We litigated that all the way almost to trial. I took the officer's deposition. It was very emotional. He cried, and even the other people in the courthouse, the women from the clerk's office, came out, and they were like, "What did you do to this guy? What did you do to this guy? Why is he crying?" And I said, "I didn't do anything. I'm just asking him questions." It was a very emotional result, actually shooting somebody and having to discuss it. In the end, we ended up settling the case for a six-figure sum, basically the day before trial, or maybe 2 days before trial, literally on the courthouse steps. So in the end, it was a good ending, but it could have been much worse. But the important takeaway here is, look, this is the advice that police officers give to each other, even when they're investigating each other, is that after a shooting, based on what I know and everything I've read, you need to go home and think about it first before you give me a statement. Now, they're not going to say that to you, but that's what they said to their colleague. So never forget that.